Melbourne is a team with Petrarca, with Oliver, with Gawn and Grundy. If this team isn't top of the ladder, if they're not competing for finals this year, something's doing wrong. The AFL schedule, the behind the scenes plans have been rewritten. It's all fixed. I don't know what's happening.
Mate, this picture of Glen Oil will tell you all, stop it. Mm-hmm. Stop talking about it. Don't you worry. You watch us, mate. We are going to go all the way. And they did themselves no damage whatsoever to their premiership tilt. They beat the Pies on the inaugural King's birthday clash. I was about to call it Queen's birthday there. Still got to get used to it.
It's a bit awkward, isn't it? Like, now it's the King's birthday. Like, okay.
Long live the King. Long live the Charles,
feels
mate.
A bit like that way.
Look, if it needs a king, if we need a king to see a Collingwood loss every year, then please long live the King. I don't want to see Collingwood win. If the Queen is what gave Collingwood the wins, then good riddance. Thank good. We need the King to survive.
Melbourne's currently third on the ladder with 9 wins, 4 losses. Huge percentage of 132. And as you say, we had their best win this year, or at least halfway through the season, versus Collingwood last week, 66-62. We know from their percentage they've had some monster wins, but beating a team that's ahead of them on the ladder, I think that's almost better for their confidence, better for the team, and better for their hopes this year.
100%, and they should have won this game by 6 goals easily. You look at that inaccuracy in front of goal, 8 goals, 18. Like, come on, son. Learn how to convert your goals. And all this without Clayton Oliver in the midfield as well, who obviously is, as we all know, no slouch whatsoever. So that was a terrific win by Melbourne Demons, and they really did it for Neil. You know what I mean? For Danaher. So that was such an amazing as well. The procession when they were all clapping him off the field, that was tear jerking, man. That was beautiful.
Yeah, the big freeze is always a big hit as well. Kind of seeing which 9 people. I think it was 9 people this year. I'm not sure if it's the same like that every year, but seeing what their costumes are, who they are, what they're talking about, and just raising money for charity.
100%. Massive cause. And guys, it's never too late. If you still can swing by a Coles or wherever you can see, you get your beanies. Please get your beanies for a great cause. But speaking of causes as well, Melbourne are doing no harm to their own cause. Currently, the ranked first in the competition on the metrics. They are first, obviously, massive thanks to their defense. When they got the combination of May and Lever, you know you're always in it to your eyeballs. Defensively and offensively has always been an issue for them, but this year they've unearthed and getting a lot more consistent output out of guys like Chandler and Van Rooyen, who also have enabled some extra forward lines and help towards Bailey Fritsch, who is the number 1 goal kicker with 27, fairly low, but they are spreading the love.
Yeah, similar to Collingwood, it really shows how well they do share the ball. I mean, they've got a lot of midfielders scoring well. They've got a lot of forwards scoring well. And it's not just kick it to Ben Brown like it was when he was at North Melbourne. In the same with the Melbourne team. Van Rooyen still scores a few. Chandler scores a few. But every week, the ball gets shared around, and that's what makes them so devastating. You can't defend everyone on field. First defensive rating, Stephen May, Lever, Petty, May. Trent Rivers is in there as well. Like, come on. Can you get any better? I mean, you can't because they're first rated. So,
100%.
It's a tough team to beat on a good day.
They killed Collingwood's ball movement. They completely stifled them. It was such an impressive output, such an impressive performance by them. They really should have won by a lot more to really stamp their authority on that game. But look, it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or you win by 100. A win against Collingwood is worth its weight in gold regardless. And obviously, we mentioned before that they were missing Clayton Oliver. This bloke has stepped up well and truly in his absence.
I wish I had him in Supercoach. I don't, and it hurts me every single week. Christian Petrarca, the Italian stallion. Hopefully he's Italian, otherwise that'd be a bit awkward. Elite for disposals, elite for contested possessions, elite for kicks. The only thing he's not elite in is handballs. Like, get some more handballs, mate. Stop kicking the ball each week. Elite for score involvements, elite for meters gained, which is something that you don't normally see. And it really kind of shows you how well he's used in transition, because he's the one that gets the ball and throws it into that forward line and says, hey, you be open because I'm going to kick it to you. That's what he does. And 6 clearances every game as well. So, guy's fantastic. Dominant midfield ball. Not bad for a pick, 2 or 3.
Things have really come together for him. Last year, he's had some inconsistencies where he's drifted in and out of games and hasn't been able to maintain his output. But this year in particular, he seems to have raised the floor of his performances, and he's just, maybe it's another preseason, maybe it's really finally clicked for him, and he's genuinely entrenched himself as one of the best genuine midfielders in the comp. And it's incredible to see both him and Clayton Oliver still so young. Oh, mate, we're going to see them as a power duo
it's pretty
for a
crazy
long time still.
Isn't it? Oliver and Petrarca for probably the next 5 or 6 plus years. Mate, it's a bit scary. This guy should be on $1 million plus every year. If he's not, Melbourne's got him for a steal.
Yeah, and he's doing his best in order to make sure that all of the talent can still stay together in that team. And that's what the best teams do. They salary sacrifice in order to maximize the amount of talent on their team. And young talent as well. Now, this one probably needs to lift a bit, right? He's below average in a lot of stats.
He's a player that did do that breakout year a couple of years ago, came from the VFL, came into the side, was that breakout player. He might even get traded in the next year or so. Lockie Hunter came in and has really stolen a lot of his midfield time. I think he's been medical sub most weeks. So it's been a rough year for James Jordan. Below average on disposals, contested possessions, kicks, score involvements, and meters gained. So basically opposite of what Petrarca is.
Yeah.
There are a couple of midfielders in, change the mix around. Players like him just fall to the wayside. And unfortunately, that's what's happened. He's not without talent like a few of our other needs to lift players. He might just need a new change of scenery. Hopefully not Essendon.
Mate, you say that. I've heard some talks that we have been inquiring about this young gentleman, and he would look beautiful. He'd look beautiful in a red sash. I mean, let's be real. Everyone looks better in a red sash. But look, James Jordan, mate, we know you're young, and we know you have heaps of talent. When you're playing for the Melbourne Demons, a side that is genuinely stacked, don't take it to heart. Don't take it personally. We're not taking a pot shot at you. It's you're probably, the one that might have to lift more than someone else, for example. But the team is stacked as it is. So you would definitely not feature, as Big J said. There's a lot of who needs to lift players that are certainly a lot less talented than you are. Just pick up your bundle, mate. We believe in you. And if you come to Essendon, we'll be glad to have you. We've given Melbourne an A, a flat A. They are the best rated team in the comp based on the metrics. Their defense is the best in the comp. They completely stifled Collingwood's ball movement. The only thing letting them down is their inefficiency at times in their forward 50. If they can nail that, kick some more goals as opposed to behinds, then that A can very quickly become an A+. That loss to Essendon, charity, absolute charity. Thank you so much. Yeah. We got them on a bad day. They had no Gawn, they had no May. But yeah, thank you so much, Melbourne. We really appreciate your charity, mate. It's Red Cross. It's a Red Cross. Give us elbows.
You can only play the team that comes on the field the other side of the game. So yeah, you guys beat them fair and square. No worries about that. Melbourne are a very good team. They'll be top of the ladder for the next few years. And it's just bonkers, man. Their team's so good.
That it is. And we hope that you found our review of Melbourne also so good. If you like what you saw, please give us a like and a subscribe. If you think we've been too harsh on James Jordan, you reckon there's someone else who needs to lift more, let us know in the comments down below, please.
Yeah, I know some players like Cozzy Pickett's really fallen off in the last couple of weeks, so maybe he should have copped the flack instead of a guy who's been stuck as a medi sub for the last 5 or so games. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Beautiful. Remember, guys, here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work so that you don't have to.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.